Now the start lineup for the LSU Shreveport. Number 3, Hugo Julia. Number 5, Alvaro Torres. Number 6, JP Mendez Santos. Number 7, Andres Carrasquilla. Number 8, Zach Bailey. Number 11, Giovanni Simpson. Number 19, Danny Mesa. Number 20, John Gombert. Number 24, Nico Carringer. Number 26, Adam Larsbrook. Number 99, Colin Bragg. For the coaches, for LSU Shreveport, Philip Boat. And now for the SAGU Lions, the side lineup with number 3, Michael Alberto. Number 5, Osvaldo Jaime. Number 6, Felipe Torres. Number 7, Marcita Chirarara. Number 9, Heriberto Diaz. Number 11, Brian Calleja. Number 14, Guillermo Estrada. Number 17, Antonio Silva. Number 19, Eduardo Sanchez. And number 20, Hernanis Herrera. In the goalkeeper will be Christian Thurman. For the SAGU coach, Clementine Oncha. We're going to do a quick prayer. Please bow your head. Dear Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for another day we can enjoy this beautiful sport. Give us the best 90 minutes and keep everyone up to you. We ask you for the best of these players and officials. In Jesus we pray, amen. Now we like to ask you. Please enjoy this match.
Não, encontrou! Aqui está no chão.
Ladies and gentlemen, the starting kick goes to LSU Shreveport. Obviously, the Wolves get it away, but They are from Shreveport, Louisiana. They are a part of the Louisiana State University higher education system, just located in Shreveport, with almost 7,000 students. This used to be a very high-level athletic They've been rebuilding their athletic program for quite a few years now, and the NAIA success in a lot of sports. Good to have them here in Waxahachie, Texas, playing against a very long SAGU Lions. Today's matchup brings both these teams in from fresh victories from the same opponent. Last Friday, the Lions played Dallas Christian College and got the better of that game with a score with a result 7-1. And LSU also played Dallas Christian just a few days prior to that and put a drubbing on Dallas Christian with the result of 15-0. That's 0. 15 Well, you know that this LSU team is going to bring a good game into Waxahachie today. There should be some exciting sights here along. My side is our sports reporter, Matt Williams. Matt's joining us here at the desk today. Talk about a little bit of athletes and give us some psychology breakdown on how the college athletes, no matter what sport they're playing, will react. And I'm sure he'll give us some good observations and knowledge into the collegiate athlete. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing well today, and one thing you can just look at off the bat is our SAGU Lions are coming in from a win this past Friday against Dallas Christian. And it was a good benchmark to be able to look at LSU's score against Dallas Christian as well. And, you know, they see that they did throw a shutout as well as they scored more points. So if you look on paper, LSU has a little bit more offense and has a powerful defense. As we can start to see in this game, SAGU's offense, which last game was in Dallas Christian Crusaders' side of the field the entire game. And now SAGU's having a hard time getting the ball into LSU's side of the field. So definitely SAGU Lions, they're coming off, their juices are flowing a little bit from a good win, but they're also, they know that they're going to have to bring everything today and play almost a perfect game.
And I believe you're right in that analysis, Matt. This is going to be a super test for the Lions today. LSUS brings in very high-level opponent. Players on their team. You can see they're bigger, they look a little stronger, and they're at least as quick, if not quicker. So I'm sure Coach Clem Awanta has drawn up a beautiful game plan, as he calls it, the beautiful game, and will demand a high level of play and execution, and has told his team it's going to take a nearly flawless game to come out with a win today. With almost 5 minutes played, you can see that LSUS is winning the time of possession battle already, but it's still very, very early. I think both teams are just trying to get to know one another and see at this point, you're probably, and this is where you would know as an athlete, a former college football player, when you first get out the first series or two, you're really starting to get to know your opponent. How fast are they? How quick are they? How strong are they? And then you kind of measure up how you can perform against that. Am I close to being right on that,
Yes,
Matt?
sir. Anytime you're starting the game, especially against a great opponent such as LSU Shreveport, you're kind of getting your feet in the water a little bit, testing to see if it's too hot, too cold. And then as the game progresses, as the series continue, and as these players keep playing against each other, they'll start getting their groove. They'll start feeling comfortable. And once they start feeling comfortable is when we'll start them let loose and really start being the athletes we know they are.
Yep. The Lions doing well, creating some good defensive stops. Only once so far has LSUS been as deep as the penalty box. And the Lions were able to thwart that instantly. There we see an interception of the pass, an LSUS pass. Also, we've noticed on the roster, LSUS has almost 2 times as many players. Coach Clinton doesn't have as many players this year to go to, so the bench is very thin, where you can see there's a lot of players on the roster for LSUS, and that can translate into several things. A lot of times that translates into a built-in competition mode. So nobody's job is safe because there's always backup there. There's someone behind you pushing you, and you've got to play better if you want to get game time. And usually that's a symptom of a large roster is players are constantly in practice and in games quite aware that someone's right there lurking in the background, take some of their playing time away, because everybody wants to play. When it comes game time, everybody wants, you're a player, you want to play. And so that could be yet another huge asset to be able to carry such a large roster as LSUS does.
Another way you can look at it is there's an age-old adage that, there's strength in numbers.
Yep.
And anytime you see a larger roster, you know that anytime there's a substitution, they're coming in with fresh legs again and again and again.
Yep.
And one thing that is just a reality of any type of athletic participation is whenever you can come out firing all cylinders, but can you do that for 90 minutes? And whenever you bring in fresh legs every 15, every 30 minutes, you can continue to play at that high rate and high level of competition.
Exactly. Good analysis there, Matt. By my count of the roster, LSUS brings in 10 more players, almost a full team more players than the SAGU Lions have on their roster.
And out of the entire rosters on both sides, Shreveport brings in 6 seniors that rivals SAGU's 1 senior. And what I plan to see from this LSU team is a lot of experience and a lot of leadership out of these senior level guys.
Yeah, that's most likely over half of your starting lineup has 4 years of experience. To 2/3 of your starting lineup, in contrast to the SAGU Lions, 2/3 of your lineup is freshmen.
And I'm an avid believer that experience trumps knowledge in any athletic competition.
Oh, absolutely. You pick an old geezer like me with a lot of experience, and they're tough to beat, even as you might be more athletic. Great save there by Chris Thurman. A good pass by LSUS to get in the penalty box, but it bounced just a little too high. Chris Thurman grabs the save.
That was a great save by Thurman. SAGU's yet to get the ball back in LSU's territory. I know they're really going to try to get the ball in Herberto Diaz's hands, who had a hat trick this past Friday. So if I'm Coach Clem, I'm trying to attack fast, quick, and give it to Diaz as much as I can.
Yep. Looks like right now the strategy is, knowing how lean your bench is and how stout your opponent's bench is, that maybe there's a little bit of a strategy to play some congregated defense and not spend all of your energy, your gas in one half. And you play really, really solid defense. If you get the opportunity to mash the gas on offense, then you go for it. But we definitely see a different look from the Lions than we did on Friday, where they were just on the accelerator the whole time because they knew they could dominate the offensive game like that. So this is going to be a totally different look, a feel of game planning for the Lions than they had over the weekend. It looked like an offside call there. And not only the ref, but the whole back line of the Lions caught it as well. There's a reason you get wide open like that. No cherry picking in soccer. Love the patience that we see from the Lion on offense. Very hot, humid outside. Almost, it kind of feels like when you walk out, like it's raining, but it's not. It is so humid.
Almost like you walk outside and you're walking through the cloud.
Yeah, yeah, it does feel like that. And you can see on our camera one, it's up a little bit higher, so I think it's looking through a little more of that humidity. It's hard to get a clean focus up there in the tower cam.
And that's one thing I'm from northern West Texas, and that's one thing moving to the Metroplex I had to get used to was the humidity. Because it's hot, regardless of where you are in Texas. However, I'm used to dry heat. I'd rather have dry heat any day of the week rather than humidity.
Oh, 100%. I'm with you there. I lived in Florida for a little while. This is very Florida-styled weather, and that's not typical for the Dallas area. But lately, it's been real humid. And the referees get the call reversed there. Did look like went out on LSUS. The Lions fight for it. Oh, looked like a handball maybe.
And this is the first time
good shot. Finally a shot on goal for the Lions. LSUS comes in ranked number 2 in the NAIA shots per game, shots on goal per game. They average almost 25 shots per game. I don't know if we discussed this earlier on, but LSUS has played 4 games. They're 2-2. They've won 2, lost 2. They take a lot of shots. Look like they shoot when they can. So knowing that, you're going to try to prepare defensively for that, and the Lions are doing a great job congregating, clogging you up in the middle, making it difficult because we haven't really seen that many shots by LSUS just yet. And by my track, only 3 shots on goal. SAGU has 1 shot on goal. And again, looks like an offside call.
The SAGU defense is doing a real good job anticipating the passes and keeping their legs in the passing lane.
That looked to be a picky call there by the referee, number 8, which is Zach Gunnaratnam Bailey. Looked like he was right on the line. Thought he played that well. Ref's down there right beside him, though, and he saw it differently. SAGU using that left line a lot this game. Seems to be that Coach Clem feels the strength of his ball handlers are going to be on the left side today. Great shot from about 43 feet out. Just a little wide right. But that would have hit the back of the net, ladies and gentlemen, if it would have gone.
You very well might be seeing that on SportsCenter.
Big time shot. Yeah. Yeah, that would have been a great play. Looked to be shot number 4 on goal. Oh! Masvita really giving the goaltender, the goalkeeper, a little scare there. Look at this. He gets in. Masvita doesn't stop. He's got to be careful not to knock the goalkeeper out. Did a great job with his feet. Almost got it. What that would have been just an amazing score out of the blue. Big time goal right there. That's beautiful passing. Good leave. By Bailey. In for, I didn't see his number yet. Here we go. You see a different angle. He comes flying in. That was a great kick. Almost too high. Number 11, Giovanni Hinkson. He's just a sophomore forward. Standing at 5'9", weighs 152 pounds. From Santa Cruz, Trinidad, Tobago. It's a great way to follow. Nice pass, nice leave there. Their score is now 1-0 in favor of the LSUS Tigers.
just like you were talking about earlier with LSUS and them averaging 24.8, just about 25 shots a game on goal. We're starting to see them get very aggressive in that shooting box. And, I mean, tell it take, the more you shoot, the more you're going to score. You have a higher percentage to score.
LSU getting deep inside of the goalie box there. Great gang-style defense by the Lions to get that ball covered up and out of the way. Masvita really working hard, clearing the ball. Quarter field. LSU still maintains possession in Lions territory. LSU taking their time now, keeping a good shape. Passing is spot on.
This LSUS defense is just suffocating our SAGU Lions when they're trying to move the ball up the field.
Really is. Now SAGU with possession, but still deep in their territory, trying to find some angles to get out. LSU just dominating the time of possession right now. That ball is long, out of bounds. The goal kick by Chris Thorman. Chris Thorman has a big leg. He'll get this well centered over midfield. Oh. Head check there. Nice pass. Thorman gets out, beats, plays great defense with a sliding tackle to thwart what could have been an easy goal. Gets enough of his arm on it to deflect it out of bounds. Great play. The goal keep. Chris Thorman. You see just constant pressure by the LSUS attack. Just constant pressure applied to the Lions defense. Trying to seize every moment, get as many shots on goal as possible. That's that 8 shots on goal already by LSUS. One of them have been converted.
One thing that is different between this LSUS defense and the Dallas Christian Crusader defense is that this LSUS defense is causing SAGU to slow down and be more methodical and set up their offense. And if you remember back to this past Friday when SAGU took on Dallas Christian, SAGU was running and gunning. They would get a lot of loose holes and just fly down the field and just made a play happen. They were just being athletes. And now LSUS is getting SAGU in just a different situation to where they have to be smart and wise and slow things down when they're used to keeping a high tempo.
Well, this is a great experience for such a young team to face the chemistry that LSUS is bringing to the pit today. They're gaining a lot of knowledge and understanding about the game in itself at this level. So this is a much faster game that they have experienced to this date. Still good defense by the Lions. Being challenged to the max by this LSUS hard-hitting offense.
This LSUS offense is very disciplined. They don't mind making 8 to 12 passes before they get a good shot on goal. That's one thing that I see that is from most definitely their seniors, is because they have a lot more experience. They've been in a lot more games, so they understand that if they just keep passing and making the SAGU defense move around, it'll open up more opportunities for a shot on goal.
There's another shot right there. Not quite a shot on goal, but very, very close. Thorman going against the wind. It's been quite a while since the Lions have actually maintained possession of the ball on their side of the field. I should say on the Pilot side of the field. They're not used to seeing the defensive approach by their opponents with such speed. You can tell because what the passing angles that they're taking are not as steep as they probably need to be. And the defense is just catching up to all the passes. So they're either going to have to pass with a little more velocity and quickness, or steepen the angles just a little more so that the defense can't track it down.
And I believe that goes back to what you said about how these teams are just going to have to keep playing, begin to learn each other, and hopefully the SAGU offense will catch on that, like you said, they're going to have to pick up their passes. They're going to have to understand that this LSUS defense is very quick. Lateral movements are very quick, and that they're just going to have to either hit harder or, as you said, get back in the geometry bag and do a different angle.
It's true. Time to break out some Bryson DeChambeau protractors. Pardon my golf reference, but we're in the heat of the big FedEx Cup I've been watching a lot of golf lately, and Bryson DeChambeau is known for his scientist and high academic perspective of the game of golf, and he takes a protractor, or used to take a protractor out and keep it in his pocket so he could, or a compass, so he could measure his book.
Yep.
And the PGA said, you're not allowed to do that anymore because he's been winning so much. So they took his protractor and compass away. Needless to say, may help the Lions. To refigure some of these angles, keep it away from the quicker LSUS pipe. And that's something you just got to adjust to.
Yep.
It's something that I think you're not used to playing against that kind of speed, and you've got to make an adjustment. So it's going to take a little while to figure that out. Well, we were calling Estrada's name and Masvita's name and Diaz's name a lot on Friday, and really haven't been able to call those names out at all. The sheer touches have been at a minimum so far in the first 30 minutes of this half.
I'm wondering if Coach Wancha plans to adjust. Well, I hope he plans to adjust something on this SAGU offensive strategy, because we have yet to see, maybe once or twice for this entire first 33 minutes of SAGU in this LSUS territory.
Well, a little lucky bounce there. Cajas with the good save and the deep kick. Playing great defense down low, close to the goal. Made a couple good things happen. You know, it comes down to you make adjustments where you can, but if you don't have the athletic prowess to execute those adjustments, then you're still kind of in the same mode. So I think Coach Clem has to be a little concerned about the speed of this game at this point. And then a breakaway. Masvita in the box. Had a chance. And I do believe the refs are going to see it to be a goal kick here. Masvita slowing down and then, yep, it missed. Definitely out. On number 26 for the Pilot, that was Adam Kirkwood. I think you're going to see the ball is a little deeper into the Pilot territory than they were comfortable with. It's going to be a goal kick out, or the goalkeeper's going to kick it out and recenter this. Get the Lions out of their territory. They got deep into the territory but couldn't get a shot on goal. That's what's got to change. You guys got to grind this out, work harder than they've ever worked before. and get some shots on goal.
At this point, it just becomes a mental chess game. Each time, each pass, you're going to have to think about the next pass after that. And that's something that you see even at the college level that's different from high school to college, is that the further and the higher you play, the more complex and deeper you have to think, and the mentality comes into play. You can be, a 5-star athlete but only have a 1-star psyche, and then that doesn't translate well at the college level.
That's a great analysis and insight to the different levels of game. Thorman with the save there. Not a shot on goal, but looked to be a long pass through the middle, just trying to make something happen. Thorman holds it, trying to clear out the Pilots. Punt-style kick to the middle. Pilots satisfied with that. They get possession back. Thorman with a good save. That was a nice shot by the Pilots down low. Looked to be Giovanni Hink. Nope. That was Daniel Mesa. Didn't see the call on that. The Pilots are protesting with some vigor. Not sure what that call is. It doesn't. I think they were calling the goalie out of the box, which can result in a direct kick. Still a lot of talk. They're resetting the ball. This goes right outside, right on the box line. This is a direct kick. Not quite as easy as a penalty kick. Not quite as close. And there will be a wall built.
There's a little shoving going on.
As the indirect kick set up. And here we go. We got a solo breakaway. Number 9, Yoheme Martin lost it, fell down, and went out as a result of some keeper's kick.
That was a good defensive effort by Herrera to get back and just not give him a free shot on the goal.
Good cover up by Thorman. Getting a lot of work today.
Yes, sir. He's definitely earning that scholarship today.
Big kick. Thorman Lions applying some pressure. LSUS breaks it. Roth gets in the mix, creates a mishandle. It's out, it'll result in a tossed in by the Pilot.
You see the SAGU offense beginning to get a little bit more aggressive. You think that has anything to do with 5 minutes being left in the first half?
Definitely late in the half, and the team that is being fielded by LSUS has got to be a little bit tired because they have been mashing the gas since this game got started. I've not seen any clear substitutions, so this would be a good time, but right before the big break, for the Lions to apply some more pressure and be aggressive. Lions get it going, middle pass. Errantly goes to LSUS. Now the Pilots on their way down into midway down into Lions territory. Lions get it back. Roth on the left side sees an opening. Masvita, and there we have a sliding tackle that results in a foul call right by the box. I think you're going to see a card for this. Masvita's still down, went flying through the air. Watch this again in replay. Masvita in an all-out sprint to catch up, and just not, the ball wasn't even close. This is a definite yellow card. Very fortunate, not a red card. You can see here from a better angle, Masvita in full sprint. Doesn't even go for the ball. Just a total takeout, sliding tackle.
Masvita, he saw an opening, and I saw him turn on the burners, and he was saying, hey, LSUS, I can run too.
And he did. He paid a big price for that. Let's see what happens here in this direct kick. Looks like they're going to set up a tap in. Direct kick by Estrada. Goes through the short wall and is consumed by the goalkeeper of the Pilots. Nothing doing. Just the third shot on goal for the Lions. Corner kick now for LSUS.
That was a smart kick out, so you can allow this SAGU defense to get back and set up and be able to try to slow down this LSUS offense.
This is always a dangerous type of play, especially with bigger athlete on offense. Corner kick looked like they're going to go deep into the box, try to get a header or some kind of, there it is. That's the tap out by the head of, it looked like Cajeas. Gets up.
And that's great.
Nope, I'm sorry, that was Silva with the great header to clear out. Hinkton got in for the Pilots, just shoved the goalie out of the way. They get in the weight room, boy. Again, bad kick by the Pilots. It was way over the goal. Roth errantly kicked it away from himself, but pushes it out to a LSUS player with all the scuttle bus going down on the direct kick, and a little bit of time added to the first half clock. Got to play really tight. You don't want to give up a goal here right at the end. Happens so much.
That was great awareness by Herrera right there. That was a great little distraction play that LSUS was trying to pull off.
He gets in the way, uses his shoulder. Really quick thinking. They're giving it to him on the far side as a corner tap in. Centers it up. Header. Masvita tries to get in the mix. No good. LSUS with a errant kick way to the right. Not even close. Thorman get the duties of putting it back in play with his foot, and there you have it. The end of the first half. Nearly 15 shots by the Pilots in that half, and 9 of them were on goal.
Well, they're on track definitely to keep that average of 24.8, 25 rounding up shots per game.
Getting a lot of look in that first half, even though the Lions chose to mostly play defense and allow the Pilots to maintain probably 85 to 90% of the time of possession. Only worked out for them one time out of all those shots, converting only one. And the Lions had a couple hot pursuits, 3 shots on goal, converting none, obviously. But there's a couple close calls, and they made the little bit of time that they had in their in the Pilots' field count, as far as it was at least efficient and well treated. Well, we're going to take a break here at halftime while the guys hydrate themselves with some high-quality H2O. We'll be back in just a few moments.